Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the QR code generator to create a QR code for a client. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to match the colors of this website, and we're going to use their logo up here to put in the middle of the QR code. Okay, so this is the one that comes up by default. It's just one for Google. So what we want to do first is go and get their logo. So you can use any screen capture tool that you have. I'm going to use the window snipping tool. Okay, so this is what the snipping tool looks like. So we'll just click new here. And then you can select an area. So we'll just go up here and we'll grab this. Okay, now let's bring this window down. So now we can just save this somewhere. Okay, so I have a Highlands QR folder that I created, so I'll just save that in there. Okay, now we need to get the colors here so that we can basically match either the background or the foreground. So to do that, you can use a color selection tool that, let's go to the software here. Okay, now there's two things here. There's an online color selector, and it brings up a tool like this, and then you can go and find colors that you want to put on your site. But what we want to do is match a color. So let's go back here, and if we go Tools and Color Matching Tool, if we click on this, it gives us a software we can download to our computer, and then we can use it from our desktop and pick the color to match our site. Okay, that's what we want to do, is match a color as best we can. Okay, so you can download this and then install it. Okay, so once you get past the first step, you're going to want to skip to decline all the rest of these. Okay, so decline, decline, decline. It's trying to install other stuff on your computer that you don't want. Okay, so we'll install this. Okay, so now on your taskbar, it'll appear and you'll see a tool like this right here. So what we want to do is use that tool to go and match the colors. Okay, so let's go back here and let's click pick color. And this is the color of our header that we're going to put in there. So let's make it slightly different. Let's pick a color here. Okay, so there's the color we're going to use. So click copy. Now, let's go back to our software here. Now, you don't have a choice here. That's always going to create an image. Okay, so this increases the size and decreases the size. You'll see there that it says 400. So I'm going to make it that size. Now, I would suggest design it at this size and then make it a little bigger afterwards. Okay, so now the fill is the black part, and of course the background is the white part. So decide which way you want it. I'm going to go with the background as the blue color, and then the fill, I'm going to use white. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is put their website URL in here. Now you should really go to their mobile site, but whichever, I'm just going to put their main site in here. Now you can also use this for anything else. Like right now I'm putting a URL in here, but you can use all the other valid commands that you're allowed, like text, and there's a whole list of them that you can use that I'll include for you. Okay, now down here, this is the minify. Okay, so just watch what it does. You see that it shrinks down the size of the squares in there. So usually the default is fine. Error correction, you can do high, quartile, medium, and low. I always leave it at high, but you can change that. And then your quiet zone is the edges around the outside there. So if you want a different quiet zone, you can adjust it there. Okay, so we have different things. Right now we have a label box, and you'll see Google in there. We can also do a label strip, and it'll strip right across. And then we have an image strip. Okay, and when we pick the image, it'll do that. It'll go right across, or an image box. So let's pick image box. Okay, so this label is only used when you're using the text or the label strip or the label box, obviously. Here you can put in your font you want to use, and here is the font color. Okay, we're not using that. We're going to browse for an image. So let's go get the image we just scraped there. So click browse and go get it. Okay, so open. Okay, so there it is there. Okay, now you can move this around. Up here you have your position and your size. So if we want to make it bigger, okay, and then we have our position X and Y. Okay, so move it side to side, move it up and down. Okay, so what you need to do now is when you get it where you want it, you need to get out a phone and do a QR scan on it and make sure that it actually works. Okay, so that one actually does work, but by moving this around, you may inadvertently space over a piece that you need, and it's not going to work if you do. Okay, so make sure that you test it out before you save it. Okay, so that's it. Now all you got to do is right click and save image. Save picture as, and then just call it QR or whatever you want. And you've now created a QR code that you can give to your client.